Hey everyone, it's Eric with FirearmTutorials.com, and today we're going to look at the Magpul UBR stock. This is the utility slash battle rifle stock. This is one of the higher end ones that you'll see from Magpul. I got this to put on my custom AR, so let's go ahead and look at what you get. This one's a little different than most of them because it comes with a separate buffer tube. You actually have to take your old one off and put this one on, so it requires a little bit of legwork on your end. This isn't like a lot of them where you just slide your old one off and slide your new one on. This one's going to take a little bit of time to get installed. So in addition to the stock and the buffer tube, you get some mounting hardware, a sticker, and a manual. That's pretty much what you're getting. But if we take a look at this guy, one of the things about this stock is I really couldn't find too much coverage, at least video-wise, of what this thing consists of, kind of its build quality and what to expect. I wanted to give you guys a look at it. You'll see that it gives you a nice length of pull. This stock is heavy because there's a lot of metal in here. So this track that the stock slides on, this is all metal. This adjustment lever here is metal as well. You've got sling attachments here and here. And you've got a nice little door that opens up if you want to store something, kind of like the ACS stock. But really good quality here. I was actually really impressed when I got this. If we take a look at it from a comparison standpoint to the CTR, so you'll see it's just a little bit longer than the CTR. Like I said, it's got a lot more metal parts. So this one really actually feels cheap, right? There's just a lot of, the whole thing is mostly plastic except for, the few things that need to be metal. In addition, you also get a much wider area to get a nice cheek weld on. That was one of the things that I hated about the CTR stock is, it just felt a little too thin. Sure, you could get a riser that snaps in here and gives you a little bit wider, but then you have to worry about getting the charging handle operating correctly. So I went ahead with this guy. The buffer tube itself, you'll see it's got a threading in the back here, so you'll actually slide the stock over here and then it threads into the back. You just screw it in and that's how it's held in place. Overall, like I said, I think it's a really nice stock. I think it's worth the money. MSRP on this thing is like $230, $250. You can find it for a little bit cheaper than that, but not much, especially in the gray. It was harder to find since it's such a new color. Okay, so here's the finished product. I tried to get the installation footage together, but it was just too difficult with trying to remove the castle nut. I had to heat it up. It was staked. It was just pretty difficult to get the angles and stuff I needed to show you guys. So here's basically what it looks like now. You'll see that the tube that comes with it just screws right up to the receiver. The plate that was on there you don't need anymore. The castle nut you don't need anymore. Overall, it wasn't too bad. The hardest part was getting the castle nut off, and because this was a mil spec deal and it was staked, it was significantly harder to get off than some of the other rifles I've done this to. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stock itself. You'll see here in the back the screw that I had to use to put the top part onto the buffer tube. So if we go ahead and remove this, this is kind of difficult to get used to because I'm so used to the old style CTR one. This one you gotta kind of pinch it and push it back, but let's go ahead and remove this altogether with. I wanted to give you guys a look at the mechanism down in here. So if we look down in here, you can see there's some pretty tricky stuff going on in here. It's a lot like the internals of a gun. There's a rebound spring down in there. I don't know if you can see the legs here on the sides, but it's oiled up pretty nice. Like I said, this is all metal. These component parts in here are metal. Now if we look underneath here, kind of the little track that it slides on. I couldn't find any information on what this is actually made out of. It seems like it's just 7075 aluminum, but appears to be anodized. But you see you've got the 6 positions here, and then this is for the preset, basically memory portion, where you can just slide the stock out to one of these predefined positions. In addition, you see I took the door off, so I've just kind of got a nice little handle here. So after kind of playing with it here, I haven't shot it yet, but just kind of shouldering the weapon and stuff, it does feel a lot better. I like the extra real estate you have to put your cheek on it, and it does balance the rifle out a little bit. The only thing that I did notice just from, you know, pulling the charging handle is I can tell that as the buffer moves down in that new tube, there's a little bit of resistance there. I don't know if you can hear it. I'll get kind of close so you can hear. I don't think it's enough to cause any malfunctions. This charging handle doesn't feel any harder to pull back, but nonetheless I can still hear the spring moving inside that buffer tube. So, you know, if it's a problem, I'll make another video about it, but I'm sure it's something that will run just fine after I shoot a couple hundred rounds through it. I may not even notice an issue at all. So that's pretty much it, guys. You know, the UBR stock, if you're looking for something quality that gives you a nice cheek weld, this is it. I'd say the only cons are the weight and the price. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.